going on, YouTube family? Jake here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on this video. I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. So today is going to be one of those interesting videos where I talk about a certain book or journal that has had a huge impact on my life. Now I do this because in hopes that it might incline you and motivate you to go out and purchase this book or journal that can also change the course of your own life. So today's journal is actually called the Morning SideKick Journal. Now first, shout out to my older brother. He got me this about 2 years ago. I'm beyond grateful for him because this journal changed the course of my life. It truly did. And what I want to do in this video is tell you a little bit about, what this book entails, what's inside of it. We'll cover that, and then we'll get into my story, right? How it impacted me and how it can also impact you. So the first thing I actually like here on the front, it says, conquer your mornings, conquer your life. It's true. Before, I really never had a morning routine. I knew what morning routines were, right? Wake up, you do a certain amount of things, and then you go about your day. But I never really knew how much of an impact it could have on my own life, especially the productivity throughout the rest of my day, the mood, my attitude, how much a morning routine can really impact these things. And I noticed this. So the first thing I did when I opened this book, I was like, all right, it's probably gonna be, hey, you gotta do this in your mornings, right? No, I actually really like how they segmented this. So the first three things they have you do is something called the why, the what, and the how. So they make you, right, determine your why. You have to understand your own why. Why are you doing this? Why are you having morning routines? So you write this out yourself. You have to write things, keep you motivated, keep you driven in the beginning of the book that helps you throughout all the 66 days. That's how long it is. 66 days of doing this, which I found very, very impactful, especially for the first week. So they go into the why and then the what and then the how. I did like the how as well because you get to write something that helps you fall back on. So it was kind of like a pick-me-up because you're gonna have pick-me-ups, right? You're gonna have days where you wake up and you're like, 66 days, it's a lot. You're gonna have days, and I had too, especially in the first week, which was the hardest week. You're gonna have days when you wake up and you're like, I don't wanna do that. I just wanna go about my day, I just wanna go. But those are the days that might hurt the most. You have to go back in the beginning and see what you wrote. And you could write something like, hey, even if you failed for a day, you didn't do your morning routine, you come back to that, what you said, you say, hey, pick yourself up, get right back to it. It's all right, just dust off the shoulder, go, get right back into it, no biggie. So I really like that and I enjoyed that. So what they do is they actually have it in the beginning here, they split it up into 3 phases. So the first phase, and they call it Hell Week, because it's the hardest week, right? Some people, especially me, have never done a morning routine. So it's like you're introducing something new to your life, and it's something new that will spark a lot of something inside of you. So that's the hardest week though. But when you get by that week and you can get past that week, every other day is going to be so much more easier. It's not so much more easier, but so much more enjoyable, right? So days 1 to 7, and then phase 2 is days 8 to 21, and then phase 3 is days 22 to 66. So let me just go and show you what one of the things they do on one of the days. So I really like this. So I can open up to a random day here. So this is actually day 1. So I like this. On the side here, they give you like these pro tips. So they'll say like, all right, this is your morning ritual starts the night before. I like that, right? The first day they tell you, hey, your morning ritual, it starts the night before. So you got to plan out your day, right? Write in this journal the night before. They have you do that. They have a night section, right? Tonight I'll sleep at, I said 11:30 p.m. And tomorrow I'll wake up at 9 a.m., right? Then you write down the date. And then they ask you a series of questions. So it says, what is one unique, and it's all different too. This is what I like. And every day it's all different. It says, what is one unique thing about me that makes me incredibly special? I like that. So it makes you feel like you're writing and you're caring for yourself. So this is not only about, hey, I need to do these things in the morning and that's it. I get them out of my way and I'm done. No, it asks you questions like, let's see the next day. It says, what is a challenge, big or small, I've successfully moved past today? That's powerful. You have to write these things down. It makes you think, it makes you care for yourself. So then they'll go through the morning ritual, right? They'll have a list of 5 things that you can do. And like right here, I said, I'll meditate, I'll read prayers and I'll pray. I'll read a part of Book of Luke. So this is when I was actually just getting into the Bible, I was learning more about the gospel. So I said, read a part of Book of Luke. I'll stretch for 10 minutes and then I'll write out goals for myself. So I was going through this is my morning routine, but I was doing this the night before. So when I would wake up, I would get these things done and I already have them ready. And then after that, right, you wake up and it says, last night I slept at, it makes you accountable. It says, what night do you actually sleep at? What time do you actually sleep at? And what time do you wake up? So I said I slept at 12:30, an hour past of what I should have slept at. It doesn't matter, but I woke up at 9. And that's important. Something they say in the beginning of the book is that for your morning routines, it doesn't matter what time you wake up at. It doesn't matter what time you go to bed. It matters what you're doing in that time when you wake up. What are you doing in that 10 minutes, which is really sometimes all you need? What are you doing in that 30 minutes, that hour? That makes the difference. So then it'll go on and it'll ask you a couple more things. I like this. What is one way I am not fully living up to my potential? These are powerful questions. They make you think because they're questions that you may never have asked yourself. And this is only day 1. And then they also ask you top 2 distractions to minimize tonight before bed. I said phone usage, TV, movies, YouTube, which is something I do a lot. So that's just an example of a day, a simple day right there. And they're all different. You know, they'll ask you different kind of days, different kind of questions to spark something else in you, which I love that. So after you get done phase 1, right, you go into phase 2. And this is pretty cool. They make you like sign, like you're signing off, like to guarantee that you're going to continue on to the next phase. And I want to read this. It says commit. It says, I know this next phase is going to be extremely hard. This is after phase 1. I know this next phase is going to be extremely hard. I understand I may not be perfect about it every day, but I will put my heart each day into conquering this life-changing goal. If I miss a day, I will pick back up. Off days and missed days will never stop me. In the long run, I will win. I will complete phase 2 of this journal, right? You sign and then you date it. So I love that. Just little things like that make such a huge difference. And then you'll go through, and then at the end, right, you get to phase or day 66. That's phase 3, and that's the end, right? You can, in the back, which I like too, is they have like little areas where you can write, you can journal, you can write your thoughts, you can write some things on your mind. So they have that in the back, but then it ends at 66. So it's like, it stops there. It's like, now what? Well, now you should be ready. Now you should have each morning with fully intent. And this is how, truly, this book has helped me. This is how it impacted me. It shaped my mornings and it shaped the rest of my days. So every time when I woke up, I had a set of things to do, and they weren't always the same, right? My morning routines were shifting, right? I had 1 week I was doing one thing, and then next week I'm like, let me try this. And that's the cool thing, which I like, which actually helped me a lot, about your morning routines. They don't have to be anything specific for the whole entire 66 days. You can switch it up. If you don't like it, if you don't like something you're doing, try it for a week maybe, try it for a couple of days and switch it up, right? It's no big deal, but that is important. So that really, really helped me. And honestly, showing how it shifted my mood and attitude throughout the rest of the day was important, because this is something I actually do a lot about in school. I actually did a whole presentation even on morning routines. After I've read this, I was like inclined to tell people, I'm like, hey, you need to know how impactful your morning routines are and how much this can actually, the first hour and 2 hours of your day are so important, right? Because what do you do? When you wake up, what is the first thing you do? Most of us, we grab our phone. And hey, I'm a culprit to it. I do it sometimes too. I wake up and I grab my phone and I look and I'm like, but what is that doing, right? You might look at your phone the first thing when you wake up and you see something, some message from someone, some news alert that says something that activates your brain that says, why did this happen? Why did Johnny do this? Why did Jimmy do this? And that sets you off. And what is that going to do? That first hour to 2 hours of your day, you're in this state where you don't need to be seeing these things, hearing these negative things that are going to alter your mood throughout the rest of the day. And that's what it can truly do. If you're looking at your phone, if you're interacting with negative things, you're doing things that aren't fulfilling, that aren't going to fulfill that little part of your morning, this can alter so much of the rest of your day and even your week. So that's why I find it impactful, even to have a couple of things you do. And I personally, what I love to do in my mornings is I love to meditate. I love to take cold showers. I love to pray. I love to move my body, right? There's actually something called the 3 M's, which it's movement, mindset, and mindfulness. So following these 3 M's are a great starter to anyone, right? Just for doing your morning routines. But that's kind of a little bit about how it impacted me and what this book is about. I want to make this video shorter than I usually do the other ones. But if you want to purchase this book, I'll make sure to leave it actually, or journal, keep calling it book, but I'll leave a link of it in the description below, but just know that you can definitely change the course of your life if you start with your mornings. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and comment what you enjoy about this. And stay happy out there. Stay healthy, everyone. Peace, much love.